Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. So today I feel very excited to come today so that I can share my thought over one of the most demanding tutorials over the YouTube channel about technology, that is how to use a div tag and HTML. So before moving forward, I would like to introduce myself to you, especially those that have never known me before. My name is Womeris Clarence. I am a software developer with over 7 years of experience creating softwares, websites, and mobile applications for different kind of organizations. But today, I decide to make this video for you and share it with you over YouTube so that you're not struggling with how to use a div in HTML anymore. I know some of you might say, "Oh, a div, oh my God, I don't need to learn it on this YouTube channel because a div is so easy to learn. I can go to another resource over you over Google, and search for div and they will give me what I really want." Every website you see that is using nowadays have a lot of divs in every web page. So you cannot build a website without using div, because div is sort of like the container that is defined as all the sections and parts of your website. Like if you want to lay out a website very well, you have no choice but using a div, because on your website, when you see contents on the left, contents on the top, contents on the right, and at the bottom, you have to use different kind of divs with the different class name, so that later on with CSS you can call any div you want by their class names, and then you say this div with all its contents should be placed there, this div with all its contents should be placed here. That is how you're gonna use different kind of sections of your web pages so that you can do everything you want with them when it comes to laying them out. Okay, as you get a clue of what a div is right now, so let's see it in the real picture. Okay, right now I already have a div with at least three other tags inside it, but all the tags have the same name. So let me tweak them a little bit. Give this h2, give this one h3. Okay, that is to say, within a div we can have any number of other HTML tags we want. Sometimes when you're reading big source code over platforms like GitHub, you might notice they have a lot of divs, and within that divs are a lot of other tags, or add a lot of other sub divs, which we call child divs sometimes, or child tags. But the topmost div, we call it the parent div. Okay, let me add h3. So let's run it and then go to the browser. Okay, refresh. You see Clarence, Umeis, Messi. Right now we are using only h1 up to h3 tags, so that we can see in practice what are the tags inside the div. You can display text within them while they are placed inside the div. Okay, right now we're gonna see how to use div inside another div. Let me replace these ones and say I want to use a div that has another tag, like I can see is pen, I can see Clarence. Okay, and I want to use another one. Okay, sorry, that I have inside is pen once again, that I've removed that time. I want to use another one, a div that have this time is strong tag. Okay, I can say, oops, what I can say, Messi. Okay, Messi. Okay, what now? If you are looking at the page, you can see there is what we call a good structure that is already putting into place. You see there is a first div, a second div, and a third div. The first div content Clarence, the second div content Womeris, and the third div content Messi. That's how you're gonna use it to divide the sections of a web page that you are creating. You might say this div can have a name of a class name of, can have a class name with the name of a class. You have a class, I mean, oh sorry, I forget if I'm using HTML. I think that I'm using pure React. That is the reason why I'm saying all the time class name. Okay, I say class, and then I say this one for clients, then say class, this one for roommates, class, this one for Messi. Okay, right now you are already ready to launch your first good web page while you structure it that way. And and if you are using CSS, you can call Clarence, and then that div you give it some kind of HTML properties, and it will apply for every other contents that are inside of that div with the name of Clarence, and so on and so forth for all the rest of the two divs that we have right now. That is how you can use div to structure your pages. So let me add comments to see what I'm saying better. I say first, I say Clarence. Okay, and I say Romeus, and right here I say Messi. Right now you can see three different parts, and each part has a div that contains other contents. The first div has another that has a span inside it, and inside the span we have Clarence, that is a text, and the second div has a span inside it as well, and inside the span we have a text Homerus, and the last one, that is the div with the class of Messi, that has a strong tag inside it, and inside the strong tag we have Messi as text. So if we go to the browser and then refresh it, we have Clarence Messi, Messi, and that is they're displaying vertically. You know, a div, whenever you use a div, it plays contents one line after. Okay, right now you can see you can structure any web pages that you're gonna create for your website when you are using div, and you get a better understanding on a div. When you see thousands or even hundreds of thousands of divs in your website, you're not struggling with why they are using all of these divs. You see the reason why, because when you start working on complex projects, when you start working on large files, I mean HTML files, you're gonna see a lot of divs to structure every part of that web page. Okay, right now as you spend a lot of time with me, about a few minutes I mean, so it's time to leave you, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. So see you soon.